What's up guys, welcome back and welcome to some GTR 2, and today we're going to be driving this beast, the Lister Storm. Now I seen JP Laps's video the other day. He drove the what was it, the Dodge Viper, so I thought let's try the Lister Storm. Now this is high quality version as well because I've got the anniversary pack installed. Now I haven't even tried this yet, so we're going to give it a whirl. But there's the specs: 7 litre naturally aspirated V12, 595 brake horsepower. We're actually quite underpowered to some of the cars like the Ferraris and that, but it only weighs 1100 kilos, so it is a really light car. But yeah guys, we're going to go to Spa. Put your sim belts on, let's get whirling. Right guys, we have arrived at Spa. Let's just quickly check out the grid. I love the way it looks through this. This is supposedly the high quality version as well, but I can't really see much difference, but it does look great for the time. 2006 is a long time ago now. Just check it. Vipers. We are a little bit underpowered in this Lister Storm. I know 600 horsepower and you're saying underpowered, but we actually are. But we've got 53 cars on the grid. You can put 61 on them if you want, but I do believe the real race had 53 cars. We're about mid-pack. You can see that Morgan coming up as well. Anyway, let's just get whirling. Skip the formation lap. You can do a full formation lap if you want. I don't know how we're going to be able to keep up here, like a little bit of a stutter there, but anyway, let's give it some beanage. We've got a green flag. Let's just blast past a few of them while we can. In the fourth, we are so underpowered though. Once we get into the GT cars ahead of her, we're in a different class to these. That Ferrari 360. If you want to see the Ferraris or the Porsche at any other track, just let us know and we'll do it. This is the 2003 version. It is the better version into fifth. But this Lister Storm though, once it gets into fifth gear, it just feels like underpowered. Like there, it just drops off the power. But I do believe this is using the Jaguar V12 that was in the Group C car. I think it's the same engine. I think it is. But what an engine it is! 7 litre naturally aspirated V12. Firing away behind. Oh, that was risky. Third gear, revving it out. Oh, big stutter there, major stutter. That's why I only put 55 cars on the grid. But anyway, the high quality does look good actually. This is running the anniversary pack, which I'll leave a link for the anniversary pack in the description. If you've got GTR 2, it is a must-have, I think. But anyway, we're nearly onto the GTR cars. Anyway, to pull on, get it into third gear, revving it out. Lift off into fourth. You see the sun starting to go down as well. That Mosley's a beast of a car. I do like that car. Listen to the V8 and that thing. I think that's a Chevy V8 that's using. Anyway, can we go around there, get that inside line on the Mosley. He's not giving up. But look how good the EI is, guys, for 2006. You know, there's modern day titles that aren't this good with the EI. Down to second gear. Very underpowered compared to the cars at the front. Anyway, into fourth. I can see that Seat as well. What a one-off of a car that is. The Seat ahead of her. We're nearly there. Big stutter again. Into sixth. Right then. Gonna have to put the lights on soon. Drop a cog into fifth. Get it in. This is the 2003 version. It is the better version, I think. On the brakes. Down into second gear. Let the Seat go. We're doing it. Look at the size of the wheel arches on that one. What a car that is, isn't it? Looks mint. I don't want to pass it. I just want to look at this. Repsol as well on the brakes. At the inside of the Porsche, there is a 911 turbo on the grid somewhere as well. Right, on the power now. Second gear into third. There's one lap down. 21 minutes to go. I did have to put some extra fuel in the car as well, because I did have a go this race in the Maserati MC12 on the 2004 track before, but I ran out of fuel on the last lap. Would have been a good video as well. It's a shame. Never mind. Into fifth. Have I got the lights on? Right, let's put the lights on. Oh yes. But this is where it's underpowered, I feel. It's stuttering like hell, like, but on the brakes, nice and early. Down into second gear. I was way over. Gives a look. We're in 20th place, so all the cars ahead of her are GT cars. It's like our class. On the power race into third there. It's quite a twitchy car, this though. It's quite a hard car to drive out. I haven't really drove this car much, if I'm being honest, but Right on the power, nicely in second gear, into third. Right, oh, I went wide. Oh, somehow we made the corner stick there, but I did push out a little bit wide there though. Down into power. Can I leave it in fourth? Fourth, we've got to keep the apex on the inside there, and now we're flat on the power, you just let the car push out wide actually. Not bad so far. Right, down a couple of cogs, down into second past the McDonald's sign. This 2003 version of the track is a much better version though. The curbs don't seem as high in places neither. Get that throttle in the second gear. We've got nobody behind me. This bit's a bit tricky because you've got to lift and get on the power early there. Not bad. But we're just showing the power. You can see like I'm flat out here trying to catch the guys ahead of it. These are all GT cars ahead of what I would have thought as well. The Lister Storm's just underpowered. Oh, that was on the limit through there though. Got the EI on 100%. Down 1 second gear. Let's just yeet it over there. Much better version this. The 2004 version, you slow right down there. The car's slow right down. I'll caught them a little bit now though. Into first gear. I'll feed that power in nice and gently with the throttle. A little bit of an over rotation there actually. Right then, we're catching them though. We are catching. Down into Eau Rouge and the Lister Storm. That huge naturally aspirated 7 litre V12 behind it. Oh, I've cut the corner a little bit there. Phew. If you cut the corners too much, you get a stop-go penalty. Burning it out into 6, but there, we just haven't got the power though. I just can't do it, Captain. I ain't got the power. Got about 600 brake horsepower. It's not enough. It's just enough actually. The engine sounds decent as well actually. When all Simbin's engines always do sound decent. Like every car's got its own unique sound to it. Like this has got some nice gear weight to it actually. Feed that throttle in nicely. But it is quite a twitchy car this. This is the first time I've really this is the most I've ever drove it from. It's the most I've ever drove this car. Down to front, down to fourth, we're going to get that apex there, then roll on the throttle, just nice and progress, then flat. Now I'm flat on the power. Oh, what a car man, what a legendary car this actually is though. I feel like we're catching them a little bit. Right, roll it in. Try not to break traction, no traction control or ABS neither in these cars. Now I don't know if they've run it in real life, I don't think the GT cars, I don't think they would have actually. But I've pushed it out, oh I nearly pushed out wide to the wall there. But can I actually get a full race going without crashing majorly? Or I had a great race going in the Lamborghini as well before, and I went over the top of Radion and just lost the rear of the car and just smashed it into the fence. But I had a great little battle with the Dodge Viper. Absolutely great battle down to second. Cut the corners the most you can. Whew, that's actually pretty risky that. Oh, but isn't Sport a much better version? Like this version is much better than the modern day one I feel. We'll go up the inside of the Viper, round the outside of the Viper. Right, and nice and progressive on the bottle. You can see the car rotate there. It's a different style the way GTR2 works, so you don't rotate the car on the throttle, not like you do on a settled course or something like that. But we've caught the Dodge Viper, stopped into fourth, down Eau Rouge, over the top of Radion. We just haven't got the speed like them have there though. You can see how much extra speed the Viper had there going over the top of Radion. Getting his slipstream into 6th gear, just feels like it dies off the power, doesn't it? I don't know how a 7 litre V12 can feel underpowered. Doesn't make sense, does it? Like clipping the curbs, the curbs are dangerous actually. Don't really want to be hitting the curbs. You want to be hitting the curbs the least you can. That was a decent line actually. But the EI are quick through the middle part of the track, weren't they? Let the car roll round. Right, I'm on the power now, feed it. Now I'm flat. Third, then blip the throttle back into second. Oh, clip the curb a little bit more than I wanted to here though. Into fourth. In power, get into fourth again, down, blip the throttle, oh I went wide, whoa, That's not the poo on line, that. I nearly pooed my pants, never mind poo on. Oh, that should be poo your pants. Wow, that was sketchy, that, like. I don't know how we held on to that. I've actually got the soft tyres on the car as well. I don't know how well the tyres will actually hold out. We'll see. But GTR 2, I really do like the way it feels, you know, like, the cars just feel right on the limit, you know, like, they feel like you could drive them for ages, and that makes sense, because these cars were drove for 24 hours, you know. You don't want to be like hard, snappy cars to drive. You want to be pretty easy to drive on the limit, and that's what GTR 2 just really does feel right. I really do like the way it feels. Put the throttle, get it in. Oh yes, it feels brilliant, man. It hasn't got that like granularity, like surface feel like what the modern day titles have got. Like the tracks are all very smooth. It's not like the modern day where you're feeling them little minute bumps in the force feedback. It's not like that at all. It's mainly just like weight transfer and tyre slip. Down to first gear. We've caught them again, but right. Whoa, that's sketchy in first gear. Come back on the power there though. Right then, down into old news, flying in fifth gear. Peg. Right, just leave it in fifth actually then. Drop it into fourth. Right then there. Oh there, that was a decent line actually. Into fifth, but the AI are so much quicker over the top of there, aren't they? Big stutter again. I'm glad that doesn't happen when they're in the middle of a corner. Come on, I want to catch them. 13 minutes left. Right then, on the brakes, very late. That's dead late on the brakes there. A bit of a stutter again. Oh, I thought it went wide there. Get that line. Into third gear. On the limit or what? Right then, you've got to be careful on the brakes here because the car will lock up very easily. Because when you're going downhill, just the way the road drops away from you. Into no name. Oh, on the limit through there as well. Not bad. I think the next couple, we'll have a couple of quiet laps on the next one, see if we can get amongst it. Let's try. I think third gear is the ideal gear, but sometimes you probably can't get away with fourth. There, that's the line I want. Just clip the curb on the inside a tiny bit. Not bad. That McDonald's sign looks brilliant though, doesn't it? Right, then second gear. Into third. Nice. Bit that throttle. Got some nice lines going. Right then, rev it out. Third. We've got a little lift here. Tiny little lift, then wait for the car to bite. And there, I nearly ran it into the wall there though. I'm just trying to push the car that little bit too much. I'm overdriving the car a little bit actually, just to try and keep up. This is with the EI on 100%, you know. Obviously GT Laps is way faster than me because he had the EI on 104% and he was like miles ahead. Oh yes, got a nice line. We've done a couple of them. Oh wow. Into third gear, we've got the Corvette ahead of her in 18th place. Can we get up the inside of the Corvette? Last of the late breakers, definitely. Oh nice, down to first gear. There's another list of storm ahead. See the brakes going up red. Nice and progressive on the throttle. Little bit of an over rotation, but we've got the Dodge Viper on the inside. Oh come on. Tell you what guys, let's have a couple of quiet ones. Beat it.
Looks like there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
And we're back. Oh, come on, guys. We've got it going here. We've took a few cars. I just hope I don't bin it big style here. I hope we're doing sim bin it. Oh, nice over the top of radio more. 14th place. We started about 30th, so we've done quite a few of them. Done the Viper. We keep getting them in that final turn, don't we? On the brakes. Not bad for not having the power. In the Lister Storm. We are the storm. We are the tornado. We're like a tornado coming through the pack, aren't we? Like a whirlwind. Come on. Yes. Right then, on the brakes, big brakes. Oh, they're getting all mixed up there. We're pushed out wide. Too much understeer there. I feel like the tyres have dropped off a bit. That's the problem using the soft tyres. They're not going to last as long as like the hards or the mediums. But we will be coming up with some back markers soon. That's really going to mix it up, I think. The pull on, bit that throttle. Third gear is the best gear. You can't get fourth sometimes, but I think that's when you're really light on fuel. Look at the EI pushing out the line out wide, brilliant stuff. Look how good the EI are, though. You get a decent race out of them. 2006, that's what you've got to remember. Can we get up inside the Celines? Nah. Oh, he's lifted out of it. Get up inside maybe. On the brakes. Oh, we've done 2 of them. 3 of them. On the power nicely. There's a couple of them done. Get up. We've got a couple of back markers mixing them up, look. On the power, 3rd gear, into 4th. I think is that a Porsche? Yeah, there's a Porsche. That's the boys mixing us up now. he's making it all mental, isn't he? There's 2 Porsches. This is where it's going to start getting madder. We're going to start blasting through the pack. Right then, nice. In the 4th gear, let's get the Viper out the inside and the Porsche. Oh, he's got the line more. Take the time. There's no rush. Grip that throttle. Take the curb away. Nice and progressive on the power. Decent into 11th place. Can we get the Viper into the final turn? Oh, we've got perfect. He brakes dead early, watch. On the brakes. Haha, yes. We've got him on the brakes. So we've got to be careful come back on the power in 1st gear though, because it will loop. It does feel quite sketchy at low speed, this car. There's another Porsche. We're in the top 10. Can we get the Porsche? Oh, looks like he's got major damage, doesn't it? Gonna have to give him the line. Get on the power, Mr. Porsche. Right then, see you later, Mr. Porsche. Into 4th. Haha. Yes, can the Viper make it through? Let's see if he can get through. I think he's done it, right, but top 10. Right, let's get amongst it. Down into 2nd gear. Grip that throttle. Nice, miss the curb the best you can. You can use the curbs, like, but it's just a risk, because sometimes if you do hit the curbs, the car just spit off the track. Like, it's a bit Project Carsey in that sense, but it's not really. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, nice and progressive on the power. We're catching a couple more cars here. These Porsches ahead though, they'll probably slow the rest of the AI up, so we might be able to catch a couple more cars. Hopefully, 4 minutes left, probably 2 or 3 laps. Blip it into 3rd. The Lister Storm's just making a mincemeat of all these Porsches, isn't he? They're so much quicker than the Porsches. Like, there's a 911 turbo, look. I can tell that's a turbo just by looking at it. You can see it's a little bit different. Let's go around the turbo. It's a bi-turbo, I think it is. Use the curb. Oh, that was risky on the curbs there. We've done another Porsche. Down to 2nd. Get the nose in. Nice. Into 3rd. Got a lift out of the gear though. Then now get fat on the power. That was a nice line as well. Decent. The GTR 2, guys, like, go and get it. This is £5 on Steam. But there is a big problem with the Steam version. You don't get any of the Porsches or Ferraris. They're all blacked out. You've got to download, you've got to put the anniversary patch into it, which I will leave in the description. It just transforms it. It makes it how it should be. You get all the Porsches and Ferraris with the anniversary pack. Just makes it real, you know. But there's a problem with Crew Chief. You've got to put some sort. I don't know how to put the Crew Chief patch into it. I don't know where you get it from. Like that, It's meant to fix all the glitching and all that. Like, cause I downloaded Crew Chief yesterday, and I went to install it, and then I went to use it with GTR 2, and it said that I couldn't use it because of the CD version. But that'll be because of the anniversary patch, so I'm a bit confused with that. I can't get that working, so I just deleted the plugin because it told us to. I had to delete the plugin so I could get it working again. Wow, that was wide there. Oh my god. Threading the needle or what? Bloody hell's bells. That was close. But yeah, guys, go and download the anniversary patch for yourself. If you really do need it for this game, though, to make it how it is. And it does make the graphics a little bit better, I think. A little bit like. Let's try the curb. Actually, I used the curb quite decent there. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought. On the 2004 one, much higher the curbs. And guys, this has got weather. This has got rain in as well, you know. Like, if you do, but it's got loads of custom like seasons you can do. It's an absolute brilliant title. Like, I never played it back in 2006. I never had a PC back then. But I tell you what, if I could have, I would have. It just blows my mind that this come out back then and it can be still so good. Obviously the force feedback's nothing like Automobilista or Setting Corsa, it's really not, but like before I put the anniversary patch in, it just felt dead on the centre. It felt like there was nothing there. But once you've got that installed, it just transforms the force feedback. I didn't even know it was going to do that. I just put it on after installing. I was like, wow, this is mint. You know, it's just absolutely brilliant. There's a Lotus coming up as well. Oh, I can really feel the curbs in that air. It's all adjustable in the options, you can adjust it all. It's just a brilliant title. It's just well worth a fiver. A fiver's like £5 in British pounds. Anyway, let's get the Lotus GTR 2 style. That Lotus is so slow. That's the car you use in the like trials. When you can do like a driving school and it'll learn you all like how to do a racing line with your brake points and all that. It's great. It's got some great tracks on as well. You've got Monza, you've got all the big tracks. There's another unique car, that BMW, and I have drove that. And I tell you what, it's actually a nice surprise. It was a really nice car to drive. It's just haven't really got nothing to race it with, but it is both the BMWs drive lovely. Anyway, how long's left? This will be the last lap. I would have thought. Down to fourth, I was in the wrong gear there. Lister Storm Staley. I think this is somebody out of our class ahead of her as well. Revving it out into sixth, into top gear. We've got a Vibe up chasing her down as well. If you look at when the track goes dark as well, like that gives you a good idea when to brake. You know, oh, that's what I mean about the curbs. Phew, living dangerously. But it just feels right on the limit, you know, the cars feel right at the limit. Like, you feel like you can just go on and drive them for hours, which you can. You can actually do a full 24-hour race if you want to. Get that throttle. You can also save the races, like say if you want to do a 6-hour race, you can go in the pits and actually save your races, so you can come back to it another day, which I think is a great touch. But you know, the force feedback isn't like EMS2 or anything like that, but it's good enough to tell you what the car's doing. But it's just a great title. Grip that throttle. Got a couple more. There's another Viper and another Lister Storm. The Porsche slowed them down. Let's go around the outside of the Viper. That's 9th place. Oh, I'm going around. Oh no, he's come back. Oh, this is great stuff. Can't get through. Right then, just be patient. Go up the inside of the Lister. Once he gets clear track, he's just going to floor it though. But remember that, but so am I. Yes! Past the pair and go. See you later, lads. In 8th. Yes! I think this will be the final lap as well. I'll tell you that, or there'll be one more. I just wish it had a bit more grunt in top gear. Oh, flying into there though. Force feedback felt brilliant there though. I can feel like the tyre scrubbing and everything. Oh. Get them curves the best we can. The Lister Storm, what a storm it is. It's a great storm. I think 8's going to be as far as we get though. Get on them brakes nice and neat. Little lock up down to first. Let's get it short shift into second. Points will be awarded. I don't know if, oh yes, that's the checkered flag. Hey, absolutely brilliant that, like. finished 8th place, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Tell you what, we'll check out a little bit of the... is there one more lap? I'm not sure if there is one more lap. Hold on, I think, let's get past this. I don't know if... I think we're still racing, aren't we? This might be the final lap. I nearly stopped it there as well. Oh my god, we've got 3 wide in the Viper. Go inside the Porsche. Can we get the Viper? I don't know if we're racing. Yeah, I'm still in the 8th. Anyway, let's just race to the flag. I think we're revving it out in the 3rd. The car feels brilliant though when it's got all its fuel off. I think that is it though. But these are still racing, so why not? If I can get past him in 7th. Around the outside. No, that is it, guys, because I'm not getting places there. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a little bit of the replay. But fantastic. Right, guys, let's check out a little bit of this. This is not actually from that race, but it's pretty similar. But guys, that was absolutely brilliant. That, just look how good the graphics look on this. You know, absolutely, that Lister Storm, what a great car to drive as well. But like, I know I keep saying this, but these are the 2000. So back in 2006, you wouldn't have been able to run this amount of cars. You know, it wouldn't have looked this good because I think they were using like single core CPUs back then. But like, it really holds its own. It really does hold its own. You know, like if you want to see maybe it's the 360 or something else, or like a Porsche at another track. There is if you go back and have a look, there is a video where I drive the Porsche at Hockenheim. You know, but guys, it's all about fun and experience for me, and that was just great. Like, it doesn't matter how old the game mod is, anything. Like, you know, if it's good stuff, I'll make a video on it. And this is really good. It's a great title. It just drives fantastic. It just really feels right at the limit. You know, the cars feel like you can push them. The tires, it just feels right. It feels like you could drive it for hours. You know. And if you've got a direct drive wheel as well, that'll just enhance the experience even more, I would have thought. But yeah, guys, that was a bit of GTR 2. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Peace from the northeast. Toodles.